Hey Panthers, it's Jenny with a special edition of Stretch and Flow today. Tomorrow, on Friday, Maya will be doing a special edition of Flexibility Friday, focusing on mobility for runners. So she'll be working more with low body. Today, I'm gonna focus on upper body and torso. I've got 3 moves I'm gonna demonstrate for you. Let's get started. All you need is a mat, and it could be a towel too, doesn't matter, just something between you and the floor if possible. We're gonna start with a cat-cow. So you're gonna get into tabletop position, hands right below your shoulders, knees right below your hips. Notice how my back is neutral here, meaning there's no round in it. It's flat, I'm looking straight down at the ground, my chin is neutral. We'll start with a cat, so you're gonna tuck your tailbone, round your back, tuck your chin, press away from the ground. Breathe here. When you're ready, you're gonna stick your tailbone out, drop your belly, collarbone shines forward, glancing forward. Breathe here. Now you can go back and forth as many times as you would like, and you can take as long as you would want. It's very dependent on you. Just focus on making sure your hips, your shoulders, knees, and wrists are all in alignment, and you don't notice any uncomfortable sensation. Next, we're gonna do a torso stretch, focusing on the abdomen or your belly. Back your knees up, lower down to your elbows, rest here. Now, right here is pretty good for me, and it is for a lot of people. My elbows are down, I'm glancing forward, I'm pulling my earlobes away from my shoulders. This is a very nice torso stretch for me, Jenny. But if you're noticing you want a little more intensity or a little less intensity, you can kind of adjust as needed. So less intensity, just don't pull so hard. Maybe move your elbows a little bit further away from you, as long as you're protecting your shoulder. Listen to your torso, especially along your abdomen and your belly button. If you have more flexibility and want more of a stretch, you can come up a little bit more while controlling what your shoulders are doing. So make sure when you come up, you don't get all shoulders and earlobes best friends mode. Okay? You want to make sure you pull those away, focusing on the stretch in your abdomen, listening to your back, along the back of your legs and your feet. No weird sensations, no tingling, no numbness, that type of thing. Okay? Torso. Lastly, I'd like to talk about shoulders. Now, shoulders can be very sensitive, so it's really important that you listen to what your shoulders are doing, and I wouldn't push yourself on this. Stretch it out, see how it feels in a couple of days, and then maybe go deeper into the stretch next time. We need our arms to do whatever it is that we're doing, so you don't want to hurt yourself, because then it immobilizes your arms and you end up kind of falling behind in your fitness plan. So be careful with that. So I'm going to give an example of a pretty basic shoulder stretch that most of us remember from gym class at some point in our lives. So let's take our right arm, you're going to cross it over to the left and grab underneath the elbow and pull towards you. This is pretty general. Please be careful, make sure you don't get up here. Again, earlobes and shoulders are not best friends, keep them separate. So this can feel pretty good, and it might be enough for what you need. Make sure that you do both sides, open up when you switch. You can repeat this as many times as you would like. You can make it dynamic by moving your arms back and forth. You can make it more static by holding. Just make sure you keep that shoulder and earlobe separated. Now, if you want more of a stretch and are willing to try something new, let's thread the needle. This is definitely a yoga technique, and if done correctly, a lot of people can really notice it adds a little bit of a back stretch too. So you get into your tabletop position, hands right below your shoulders, knees below your hips. Remember your cues. What I'm gonna do is reach up towards the ceiling with my left hand, and then I'm gonna scoop it under, thread the needle, coming down onto my shoulder. Now, I'm resting my cheek on the ground, my right hand is still on the ground. I'm threading my left hand through, getting a nice shoulder and back stretch. If I want more intensity, I'm gonna walk this right hand forward. Now I'm using this right hand for leverage. It's giving me a little bit of a twist as well. Breathe into it. When you're ready to come out of it, you're gonna walk your right hand back slowly, or if it's in the same place, fine. Use that to help you get up. Recenter yourself. I really like that one, for mid-back especially, but definitely for shoulders. So I really take my time with it because I don't want to get stuck while I'm in the bottom phase, and I also don't want to overstretch. Let's do the other side. So reach up with that right hand, thread underneath, coming all the way down, resting your cheek or your kind of side of your forehead on the mat. Got my right hand on the ground. I'm going to walk my left hand forward, keeping my butt elevated. Don't sit back on your knees. And then using this left hand to add a little bit of a twist. Breathe into it. Now, just like any other stretch, you can hold this as long as you would like. I would encourage you to take your time and listen to your body. Make sure to tune in tomorrow for Flexibility Friday. We have a special edition group fitness. Let us know how you're moving with us using @GSU Recreation.